King Charles had faced political storms, family betrayals, and fears about the monarchy's survival. But nothing prepared him for the document placed before him. As he turned the final page, his expression hardened and his hand stopped moving. The investigation had uncovered a secret plan linked directly to Camilla. A calculated effort to prevent Princess Charlotte from receiving royal titles in the future. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. Charles lowered his eyes to the marked page as disbelief turned colder. Palace officials had opened the investigation after unexplained changes appeared inside succession and honors planning files. These records mapped titles, patronages, and constitutional roles, the public duties and responsibilities assigned to family members. Investigators had not found a clerical error. They had found intent. Charlotte's name had repeatedly been pushed away from positions that might allow her to build an independent royal identity. The king reached the page carrying Camilla's name and placed the file on the desk. He said nothing. The conclusion was plain. The queen consort had secretly supported a plan to block Charlotte from receiving future honors, including consideration for Princess Royal. That title, traditionally granted by a monarch to an eldest daughter, does not pass automatically. It remains within the sovereign's personal gift, so private influence could shape history without Charlotte knowing. Handwritten instructions deepened the betrayal. Meeting notes linked restrictive language to discussions arranged through Camilla's office, while revised drafts described Charlotte's future role as limited and dependent. A documented account from the investigating secretary confirmed that these changes had circulated through trusted channels. Charles read the sentence twice. This was not a disagreement over ceremony. It involved his granddaughter, William's daughter, and the monarchy's future. William received the findings through a sealed briefing and felt anger rise before he reached the second page. He learned that Charlotte's future had been discussed without his knowledge or Catherine's consent. The prince closed the folder, then opened it again, forcing himself to read every line. His daughter had not been removed from succession, but someone had tried to narrow what she might become. Camilla received a brief message requesting her immediate presence before the king. She remained seated, holding the paper as the meaning settled. Charles now faced a choice that could destroy the peace around the throne. Protect his marriage, defend Charlotte, or expose a palace operation capable of splitting the family permanently. But before he confronted the woman beside him, he had to understand exactly who stood to lose and why Charlotte had become the silent center of a battle she never knew existed. Princess Charlotte had never asked to become a symbol of royal power. To her family, she was a daughter, a sister, and a young girl carrying expectations far beyond her years. Yet inside guarded palace offices, her future had become a contested prize. While she continued her ordinary routine, 4 adults understood that one hidden decision could shape how history remembered her forever. Charlotte stood third in the line of succession, the official order determining who could one day inherit the throne. Her position mattered for more than rank. She belonged to the first modern royal generation in which a younger brother could not automatically push an elder sister aside. That change gave her future enormous symbolic weight, because the way the palace treated her would reveal whether its promises of equality were real or merely ceremonial. Catherine sensed the tension reaching her daughter before anyone spoke openly. She sat beside Charlotte after noticing the young princess watching the adults more carefully than usual. The Princess of Wales offered a gentle reassurance, telling her that nothing inside the family had changed. She concealed the investigation, but the effort hurt. Catherine and William had spent years protecting their children from the pressure of royal life, preparing them slowly for duty without allowing the crown to consume their childhood. William carried the anger differently. He read the documents in private and found Charlotte's future buried beneath harmless administrative language. The phrases appeared routine, but their purpose was clear. Limit her independent patronages, reduce her ceremonial authority, and prevent her from receiving a household or public role strong enough to stand on its own. The prince closed the folder, looked directly at Catherine, and said their daughter would not be used as a bargaining piece. Then he opened it again, determined to understand every person behind the plan. Charles felt the conflict tearing in two.